And I love working on dry hair because it's actually it's a little bit more softer. So I separate the fringe. I will do it with a triangle, like this. Okay, and I can advise you to use good clips. Like, I don't like the clips with you know, with the crocodile teeth, because they make marks in the hair. So I'm always using the ISPAR clips. All right. So, okay, now I comb the hair in the natural falling position. And what I will do first, I will make this hair weightless, more weightless. So I'm going to use the invisible layering technique for that. So when I'm using the invisible layering technique, and this is very important, you pull up the hair and you start cutting, like you put the scissor in the hair and you close when you go out. You put the scissor in the hair and you close when you go out. So never cut in the perimeter, always close in the middle of the hair. And everything that stays above my comb, like in this area, stays thicker. Everything that goes down is a little bit softer. It's more transparent. So this is the first thing I do. So we're gonna make the hair more transparent. And it's very important to put the scissor in the direction of the hair, in the natural falling position. Because if you go diagonal, you will cut away too much. Okay. So again, I repeat it. Now, what is very important when we use this technique, the way you hold your scissors. So my index finger is always on top of the screw, like this, and my thumb is never inside of the ring. So this gives more control, more balance to what you do. So close when you go out. Never close when you go in. If you close when you go in, you will have gaps in the hair. It's more aggressive, so in this way it's softer. Now Petra, she loves like an undone fringe, so there will be a little bit of disconnection in the perimeter. En ik heb mijn borstel hier. Oké. Iets meer naar voren. Alright, so again we go in the hair and we close when we go out. So in this way, this area gets flatter and this area stays thicker. Alright, so again we go out and we go in. Now once we have received, once we have arrived at the perfect point, then we can cut the shape. Hi Jade Costa from Brazil. Now, a lot of people from Brazil working with Lanza. Now watch, if we're gonna cut the fringe area, we're gonna put the blade flat to the hair, like this, flat. Okay, so you put it flat, diagonal inside, and now we're gonna start cutting using the inside of the blade, alright? So we're gonna go like this. And we go very soft, even if it seems more dramatic, we go very soft down. You see, like this, very soft. And always use your finger for control. And then take the hair away. So now you can see what's happening. So the hair becomes a little bit more transparent, all right? Hi Chris Ghost from Italy. Buongiorno. Tutti bene? So it's this way that we gonna cut down. And then we do the other side exactly the same. So we cut in this direction. And it's actually a beautiful way to cut a fringe. So the hair becomes a little bit more, you know, looser. So here now I'm going to define the perimeter. And now you can already see how I open the face. So on this point I will stop cutting it any shorter, because now I want to see how it connects to the sides. It's very important. Okay, I take my pin brush and I'm going to style it a little bit to the front, and now I can see already how this connects together. This is very important. Okay, this is the first thing I do. So now, next thing that we do, we start from the top, like here, where the fringe ends, and from this point on, we will cut with diagonal sections backwards. So my first section, I will take it here, okay? Now, I pull it forward, like completely forward, and then I will connect it to the front. So I will softly connect it by putting the scissor down. So actually, I'm moving like this with my scissor, all right? All right, I take my next section. All right, pull it down. Use the wider teeth of the comb. And again, cutting only the ends. Now look how I cross this side to the fringe area. Like this, all right? So I take my next section. And always make sure that you work with really fine sections. And then I will drop my scissor. And this is actually a kind of a scanning technique. So actually what I'm doing, I'm dropping my scissor on the hair. So it's not sliding, it's actually dropping it. So the hair is more solid in the end. And keep combing from the back, like we comb everything to the front, but like straight ahead. So we don't do over direction, we go straight ahead. Okay? And again, just take the minor hair away from this part. And then we leave the length below, like this. Like we take it completely in front of the fringe and just take away these small pieces. Okay, so now you can see how this connects to the fringe area, which is actually very beautiful. All right, so this is the first thing we do. Now we go to the other side. Okay, now I'm pulling my hair completely down, like this, completely down. And now I'm actually doing the same, like this, in this motion, all right? So I'm taking the next section, taking it to the front, and just like completely over directed to this side. All right, like this, to the front. Okay, now this starts to, like, you can already see the texture coming, which is beautiful. Now we want to have a little bit more, All right. So what I'm going to do next, I'm going to make a separation. I'm going to make it in the back. Okay. So I'm going to put the camera a little bit away, and I'm going to take a first separation. Like, keep this in the front. All right. Now we're going to take a section here. Right, and I'm going to pull this hair to the front like this. Okay, I'm going to turn you like this. Okay, all right, a little bit more like here. All right, so what I will do first, I will take my section in the middle, my next section. Okay, pull it up. I'm going to stand here. Okay, pull it up. Alright, this is what you see. Now, what we will do, we will use a little bit more scanning. So actually what you do is put the scissor here and then just push it a little bit. But you see how I hold my scissor? I hold it like this, okay? And I'm actually pushing the hair. So this is the way we take away some weight. It's not a lot, it's just a little bit, okay? And now I go to the next. Put the hair up, okay? Now again, okay? So it's actually this movement, Put it up. So what I'm creating now is kind of an undercut. So I start with a certain length, which is shorter, and this hair goes on top of it, so I have more lightness. And when I have more lightness, I also have more movement. So it's actually very important that you hold your scissor like this, and that you constantly come like this. Like this, okay? All right. So I take my next section. All right. I'm using the Curvo comb. This is the curved Curvo comb. It's an invention I did years ago. And you can also order it by Lanza in America, which is not a problem. If you are not able to buy it at Lanza, you can go to www.curvehorizontal.com. Okay, now I pull this hair back, okay? So actually I pull it over the lower parts, and now I'm going to take again a section in the middle. Okay. And again, I'm gonna cut from here to the back. My point of reference is the fringe. All right? Okay, I'm gonna take the next one. It's a very easy technique to use in the salon. So this is actually how we invite the clients to the salon. It's a haircut. It's not just a touch up. It's a complete haircut. But I love doing it on dry hair because it's just because of the control that my client has. Whenever you do it on wet hair, she always has to wait till we are finished. So the psychological point is that a girl like she has long hair, and she feels more comfortable when we cut it on dry hair. So that's it, she can follow it. And that's also, because it's dry, you can cut way more softer than when you do it on wet hair. So it's a beautiful service in a healing salon. I think it suits the complete philosophy of Lanza. So now we go to the sides and we lift the hair up again. So this technique that I'm using now is the scanning technique. And it makes really beautiful layers in the hair without, you know, seeing it too strong. So everything stays very soft. Now we go to the other side. And again, we cut from the sides to the ends. And what is very important in this case is the way you hold your scissor. This is very important. All right. And now we go to the last part. So pushing the hair and cutting it at the same motion. And very important, vertical position of the scissor. All right? So now can you hold the hair like this? Okay. So now we're going to check how the hair is falling in the face, and it's becoming very beautiful. We've got a nice disconnected fringe area. Tracy from Ontario. In June, it's in June, I will be at the Orlando Beauty Show, and I'm really looking forward. It's my first beauty show for Lanza, and I hope to see some of you there. Thank you, Emily. So, what I will do now as the last thing, and this is actually very interesting, to finish the layers, I'm going to use this brush, okay? I'm not going to use my comb. The reason why I do that is because I want to keep it very natural, right? So I'm going to use my brush, and I'm going to brush everything in front of the face so I can see all the layers, all right? So now I will take this between my fingers and I will point cut it a little bit just to make it even softer, all right, like this. So use the brush for that. So in this way, by using the brush, I keep this disconnection in the very ends of the hair, which I really love, because the thing that I want to avoid is that it looks like a hairdresser's head, you know? I want to keep it as natural as possible. And we are always used to cut very precise, and now with this tool, it makes it a little bit more, you know, offset. Okay. Whenever you cut a haircut like this, it's always good to use a longer scissor. Now mine is like a 6.8 size, but you can also go to 7, doesn't matter. But it's easier with a longer scissor, especially when you cut layers, long layers. It's always easier with using a longer scissor. Okay, it looks good. Can you see yourself on camera, Petra?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
You like it? Ah, okay, good. Yeah.
It's always good.
She's the crazy one. Just connecting it a little bit more. This. All right, good. So now, this is the result of the cut, okay? So what I did place some layers in the hair, but it was always in a very soft way. Now to finish the hair, I'm going to use a dry texture spray because the dry texture spray gives some movement to the hair. So we blow dried it straight, and now I want to show you how it looks when we do some dry texture spray in the hair. Hi Diego. Oh my god, you want me to sing? I will not do that. This technique is very, hi Emily, thank you for your question. This technique is perfect for thick hair, perfect. Because what you do is actually, you cut layers without showing the layers. So this is actually a very good way to create layers without, you know, showcasing the layers too much. I would not use a texturizing shear, Emily, because I think with the regular shear you have more control. But what is very important in this case is to blow dry the hair first so that it is very smooth and very straight. So it's easier to follow what you do. Even if she has a little bit wavy hair, first blow dry it, then use your technique like I did, and then you can even make the hair back wet and then let it dry naturally. Okay, so I'm going to take away the cape, so you have a little bit more control. Oh, look, it's electricity with you. So I'm going to use the dry texture spray, and it's really beautiful how the... Totally makes sense, thank you very much. So now look how I'm going to blow dry this with or style it with the dry texture spray, so it gives beautiful control. And for me, the dry texture spray is a perfect product. You can see already how beautiful the hair is, you know, getting in volume. And I love to have these little pieces that go out. Okay, just watching the comments. Okay, and you know, guys, I think in a week or two we will have this complete cut. We will have it online. We will have it on my YouTube account, but we will also share it with Lanza, so you can watch the complete haircut from wet to dry hair, and it's really interesting to look at it. This is actually a very short version of how I did it, but can you see here how the layers actually work out very well, especially with this dry texture spray. Beautiful cut and model. Yeah, she is beautiful. How many years do we know each other?
Since I was 15.
Yes, since she was 15, she's now 16, so yeah, that long. Thank you very much, Chris. Beautiful compliment. Okay, I will do a short haircut definitely next time. You know, because many people know me actually for very short graphic haircuts. So next time I will focus on a very graphic haircut. Actually, I'm judging the International Precision Cutting Awards now for Dove Palmer, which is really beautiful. But for this time I still wanted to show, you know, a little bit more softer things.
Als je maar lichter zet, dan gaan ze dat beter kunnen.
Ja, doe maar. She's gonna make it a little bit lighter. Okay. Nee? Okay, yeah. But maybe you can go closer to the camera.
Oh, maybe I can.
Oh yeah. You see how it works? How beautiful this texture is coming out? It's nice, right? Okay.
I love it.
Yeah.